Hey everyone, how are you today? And once again, here from iAwesome, the International Academy of Universal Self Mastery, with one of our other amazing faculty members. Today, I want to talk to you with Nikola Ease. And she is one of our international teachers. So I'm pretty excited to be speaking with her. I'm excited to speak to everybody. I'm always excited to speak to everyone, but I want to ask you a little bit about yourself. Nikola, if you can let everyone know a little bit about you.
Hello, Aisha. Thank you very much for having me here today. And hello, everyone who is listening, who is watching. My name is Nikola, and as you said, I'm international student. I come from Czech Republic. So I'm the student. I am the faculty who will teach in English as well as in my born language, which is Czech language. So if you want to learn a little bit of Czech, you can join my courses actually.
It's great. You're starting off with some meditations and in both languages, different events with that. And you're going to be bringing in some of your workshops and stuff, which is really cool. And you even started an interesting group inside iAwesome that you're going to get started with. And that is to help people to learn to speak English, like practice, like not as a teaching, but more as a practicing to practice your English, which is pretty cool.
Yes, the idea is to practice because I'm used to travel a lot and meet a lot of international people, but because I'm not able to travel now, so I decided I want to stay in touch with all the beautiful international people and I want to speak because I think this is not just my thing that I'm kind of losing my English because I don't practice every day,
Right.
because I usually speak Czech during my day. So I want to keep up, and I want to be with all the other people who feel the same. Like I want to practice more, but yeah, I need to find some same thinking friends who has the same problem.
Which is great. So now we've started a public group, a campus group inside iAwesome that you're going to be starting soon, and that is where people can come in. It's a group open to everyone, faculty and students inside iAwesome, where they can come in and practice their English, which is super cool. I thought it was such a great idea. So that's like, I can't wait to see that, because usually most of the faculty are bringing courses and stuff in. So to have something so just, just to practice, just to have fun, just something that's engaging was super cool.
Exactly.
So what I want to ask you right now, Nikola, is, we are going to do a hard launch, a final hard launch, February 20th. And we did do some soft launches before, and we learned a lot. Like, the reason why I say we learned a lot is because there's really nothing like iAwesome out there, and nothing that's exactly something. It's hard to compare it to anything anymore. Like, it's grown so much that, it was just like, having these students in and listening to them and their comments and their feedbacks and stuff was so educational. For me to be able to say, okay, you know what, we're going to add this piece, we're going to add that piece. Like, I just added a study hall today. And that's going to be something that's right now available twice a week, where it's just an open Zoom room, where they can just come in and either study in there if they just don't want to be on their own, or they can ask questions, or there might be some other faculty in there that they can get some, like, a little bit of guidance from, so that they can understand what they should be doing next, right? And the other thing that I added was Master Your Mission. So that's a weekly workshop that I'm going to be doing that's free and open to everyone. And that's really just something that's, we're going to go in, we're going to get some clarity for people. We're going to get their motivation, their really deepest why, because most people, we really don't know what our why is. We think we know what it is, but we don't. And just going deeper into that. And also taking them on a tour inside of iAwesome, right? To let them see all the different things that are open to them, because it's such a unique thing. When people come in, they're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing next. And because I'm in it every day, for me, it's like, well, it's easy, but it's not when somebody first comes in, I guess. So it's really about taking people through and letting them see all the stuff, the beautiful stuff that's available to them. And we're going to have a 4-hour master class. That's a course inside. That's a continuation of the 2-hour one. We have the launch. We have just really honestly so many wonderful things happening. So I'm going to ask you right now, why did you choose iAwesome? Why did you choose this place to start to bring your courses to?
The main reason is because I feel safe. It's not the overcrowded place where people thinking only about business and money, and I feel that I also miss community. And because I know a little bit yourself, I know that this is your vision. This is what you do out of your heart, and I really believe in iAwesome for the future, and for the connection with other people who are same-minded. So I am there because I feel and I know that this is the community where there are the teachers who really want to teach, who really want to share their knowledge without expecting anything back. This is really heartfelt community. This is why I'm there.
Thank you. That's amazing. And it's great because I've been going through like an interview process with all of the teachers, as you know, because I really wanted the teachers who are like, everybody wants to teach their courses clearly, but I think some people get so wrapped up in how many packages can I sell? And, how am I going to do my upsell? And how am I going to do this? And how am I going to do that? That they somewhere along the lines, I feel like a lot of them forget why they're doing what they're doing, why they even started doing what they're doing, and they got so wrapped up in the marketing of things that now it's just a package, it's a product, it's a thing, but it's not their passion, it's not their love anymore, right? And so I wanted to make sure that the teachers that came to iAwesome still felt their love for what they did, and they want to be part of a community and a collaboration, which is super important. And on top of that, they also wanted to join our energies together and create this gift to humanity to help people start to reach their mastery, to understand how amazing they are. It's funny, yesterday I equated this, and I want to see how you feel about this. So yesterday I equated this to Star Wars. Do you remember the movie Star Wars? So the movie Star Wars. So Luke Skywalker, right? He has this new challenge, and he has to, save the universe, this thing that he has to do, but he has no training. He has no idea how he's going to do this. In fact, he thinks this is crazy. Like he doesn't want to do this. He doesn't know how to do this. Right. And, there's this challenge of confidence, and do I have the right training? And I don't know how I'm supposed to save the universe. And he had all his own issues and stuff. Right. So with all of that, all of a sudden he meets Yoda. Right now, Darth Vader is his darkness, right? Not Yoda's darkness, but Luke Skywalker. That's this darkness that he has to face. And so he meets Yoda. So I see our students, the people that come in as Luke Skywalker, right? And then Yoda is us. Like we're Yoda. And the story is not about iAwesome. Like it's not about iAwesome. It's about this. It's about Luke, right? The story is about Luke, and it's about, how powerful Luke is and how powerful he can become. So he gets all this training from Yoda, right? He finds all the skills and the strategies and stuff that he needs to do. And then he has to, and then his challenge comes in his life, his call to action, which is now I have to defeat Darth Vader, right? I've got to go up against Darth Vader. And if I go, forget it, I'm not doing this, which is what a lot of people do with their challenges and their struggles in their life, right? They go, I'm not going to do this right now. They keep putting it off, right? I'm not going to do this right now. And so if he doesn't fight Darth Vader, what happens, right? Darth Vader takes over the universe, and nobody wants that, right? So except Darth Vader. So now Luke has to go and he has to like battle with Darth Vader, and he becomes a success, right? He wins. And not only does he win, but he contributes to everybody in the universe. He is successful in himself, that he knows that it doesn't matter what shows up, he can handle it, no matter how challenging it is, right? And that he has all these really new tools and strategies and resources to take on anything life has to bring, right? And so this is how I see iAwesome and their students.
This is actually awesome because I really love Star Wars and I always dreamt about becoming a Yoda. So thank you.
Well, you're part of Yoda now. We're all Yoda. So all those teachers are the Yodas. So so I thought that it was actually one of our faculty that bring this up to me, because one of the things that I'm learning is marketing. And I was so focused on marketing the skills of Yoda that I thought, oh, you mean I have to talk about Luke? Okay, right. So now we have to change a bunch of verbiage on our website this weekend. But I was like, yes, it's about Luke. Of course it's about Luke. I mean, I know that it's about Luke, but does Luke know that it's about Luke? So, I know it is. You guys know it is. But does Luke know that it is? So I thought, oh, okay, I'm sending the wrong part of the message. So I have to redo it. So that's fine. I'm good with that. But it was just, so it was one of our faculty members who actually laid out this whole Star Wars scenario to me. And it was the very first time that I understood marketing. Like really got my head around it. And I was like, is that it? Is that what I have to do? Oh, okay.
It's a really great story.
Right. So last night I started, rewriting content, and it was just like, okay, this is not so hard. I can do this. Right. So it's been an interesting journey for the faculty. I mean, you've been with us since the beginning. So it's been an interesting journey for the faculty. It's been an interesting journey for the students. It's been an interesting journey for the website, for the academy itself has been an interesting journey. And, I thought it's interesting. This is how much I realized that people wanted collaboration. I thought with all the changes that were going on that we would, some faculty might lose interest and, go somewhere else or do something else. And that never happened.
Well, if we are Yodas, we are patient.
This is true. Oh, yes. And doesn't Luke Skywalker find his force, right? That force within him. So that's really what we want to do. We want to help the students find their force, the force within them, and learn how to work with the force. So it was a super cool analogy. I loved it. And I was like, I can tell that story. I totally got that story. That's a great story.
I love that story, really. You just made my day.
All right. So if you wanted to give some tips and some, a few tips for people who are going to be watching today, we're live streaming right now to both Facebook Live and to YouTube. So if you had some tips and strategies that you could give people to put into their life right now, what would they be?
Definitely don't overthink things. That's, I think, my big issue I used to have a lot, because even as simplest things, I was always overthink everything. And if you have this feeling that there is a pressure that you need to think a lot, and on top of that, even more and more and more, just stop yourself, manage your breath, observe your breath, and just let it go. Just stop, because nothing is so important as you are.
Yes.
So don't punish yourself with unnecessary stress, no matter what, with overthinking, with rush, because every second is the same second as the other. And by slowing down, you are not going further. You just
I think, yeah, you know what? I think what you're saying is it's like the law. It's the law of reverse effect is what you're talking
exactly
about, right? It's the law of reverse effect. So the law of, we've all heard about the law of attraction, but most people don't know about the law of reverse effect, right? So this is also one of the laws. And the law of reverse effect states the harder you push against something, the harder you push, the more you put like everything in, and you don't give it a chance to grow, the further away from you it gets.
Exactly.
So if you were to plant a seed for a flower and then you sat there and you watched it grow, it's going to take like forever, right? But if you just walk away from it for a bit, you're going to come back and you might be in for a surprise, right? So it's really sometimes you have to plant the seeds in your life and the things that you're doing. I think I'm understanding what you were saying before. So plant those seeds and then give them a chance to grow.
Well, I have actually example from my life when you mentioned the seeds, because I really like to plant tomatoes. I love tomatoes. And I remember when I had my first green tomato, I was like sitting all night and watching, is it already red? Is it already red or no? And at the morning, I was really, really tired because I didn't sleep. And the tomato was still green. But the other night, I went to sleep, and at the morning, and I let it go. And at the morning, I woke up, and the tomato was red.
Yes.
I hope it does make sense.
No, it does. It's quantum physics, right? It teaches us that when we observe something, it actually is different than if we let it go. And I know it sounds weird. Like I was watching when I was first learning about quantum physics, and I'm like, okay, so if I stare at something and I observe it, one thing will happen. But if I turn my head and walk away and don't pay attention to it, something else will happen. So the only difference is there is if I'm watching it or if I'm not watching it.
Exactly.
Which, logically you're like, what? Like if it's going to happen, it's going to happen if I'm watching it or if I'm not watching it, but that's not true.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. So just if you want something, yes, wish for that. Want it. Do something for that, but don't spend your life on waiting for that, watching it. And because more you watch it, you push it away from yourself.
Yes.
So just let it go and enjoy your every second you have with all the beautiful things you can actually do.
Yep.
For
and when
yourself.
you come back, you'll be like, oh, look what happened.
Like a tomato.
It's absolutely true. And thank you for reminding me that. I forgot. Like I remember watching that when I was learning, I don't know, one of my certifications, and there was this cartoon thing that they made us watch about quantum physics. And I was like watching it and I thought, so if I don't look at it, it's going to do this. And if I look at it, it's going to do that. So I have to not look at it so it'll do what I want it to do. And I just, it took me a while, my logical mind to like go, just accept it. Just accept it. It's not going to make any sense. Just go for it. Just know that that's the way it is and stop questioning it. So it's interesting. It's interesting. And one of the tips that I would give today is watch your words. Watch your words. I was frustrated about something this morning and I actually said the word I'm frustrated and I felt it like immediately in my body got tight. And I'm walking down the hallway of my house thinking about this word frustrated. And then I said, you know what? No, I'm just a little challenged right now with something. And immediately my body released. So it's really about also paying attention to the words that we use because it has a crazy effect on us. You said something like we talked about earlier about language. And the interesting thing about language is that we all speak the same language. Really. Yeah. We all speak frequency and we all speak vibration.
Yes, exactly.
So we're going to go back to the Star Trek stuff and the Star Wars stuff. In Star Trek, they used to have one of those, and then they could speak any language and all of a sudden the Klingons or whoever would like understand what they were saying.
I never saw Star Trek.
Oh yeah, so it was like a translator, right? So you're talking into it in your language, but the sound that they're hearing coming out of your mouth is this different language.
It's something like Google.
Yeah, it's kind of like Google, right? Except it's an immediate translator of, like, they hear you speaking this other language. And I thought, oh my goodness, but isn't that what frequency and vibration is? So if frequency and vibration is our true language, then this thing that's coming out of our mouth, it's just like talking into a translator so
Yeah.
that whoever we're around can understand us.
Actually, if I'm gonna smile at you and even say, "Oh, you are a bitch," you still will see just the smile. It doesn't matter what I say.
That's true. That's true. Oh my gosh. Okay.
No, of course, I didn't mean it.
No, I know. Well, sometimes I can be, I think. So that's amazing. Well, thank you for joining me, Nikola. And just stay with me after this. I want to ask you something, but thank you so much for coming and being a part of iAwesome and bringing your support and all the awesomeness that you're going to bring. I can't wait to see it all. And to hopefully to see you at the launch party. So anyways, thank you everyone for joining us. And I hope you got, take advantage of all the tips and the tricks and go try that quantum physics and see if you learned something about that today, and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice evening, day, or
wherever you are.